Hello, King of Swings. My name is Savior Renteria. I am 11 years old, and I appreciate that you all came here tonight to watch me. Thank you. I go to Hirsch Elementary, and I am currently in 5th grade. I have a really amazing teacher. She is really supportive and amazing. And my favorite subject would be science. I really like science because I feel like I could use some of those skills later in life because I really want to be an engineer when I grow up. I really like to go bike riding up and down the street and sometimes around the neighborhood. One of my favorite games that I really like to play is WWE. And what I also really like to do is I like to play family board games like Monopoly or Sorry, Connect 4. Those are probably my favorites. I have not chosen which college I want to go to, but if there is one, it would probably be Harvard.
So Saver was diagnosed in July of 2015 with PB acute lymphoblastic leukemia. He ended up being a very high risk. He still was able to continue treatment all the way up to February. He was due to be done in November with his maintenance treatment. But in February, we were having a lumbar puncture, which turned out to have some leukemia cells there and also some in his bone marrow, which got us back into treatment. And he is back in remission. And now we are headed for a bone marrow transplant in next month in June.
When I was diagnosed, I wasn't here in Texas. I was actually over in Mexico with my grandparents. And we were supposed to go and have some fun with my cousins. But while I was there, after I had really bad stomach pain. And it was so bad that I started crying. So they took me to the doctor and got some blood tests until we figured out that I had cancer. And that same night, we immediately packed up to come back to Houston to come and go to the Texas Children's Hospital. But at first, I didn't know what was going on when I was diagnosed. So to have something that's going on that you didn't even know what could happen or something that just showed up, it's really hard, even especially as a kid. I go to Texas Children and the hospital, the nurses are really nice over there, especially in clinic. And the doctors are really good too. Like they put it in a way that is the best way possible instead of just giving it to you as it is in a way that you just don't understand it. Like my grandpa and grandma, they always try to do like as much as they could, also my family, they would do anything that they could do when I'm in the hospital to keep me up and going. And that's what I love about my family, is that they care about me so much that they would go through so many lengths to keep me happy. The things I'm going to do in June is that I'm going to have a bone marrow transplant. And one of the things about transplant is that they're going to take out all of my bone marrow and replace it with somebody else's. But once my bone marrow is out and I get sick, my body basically can't fight off what's going on, and I could, die.
So bone marrow transplant starts with a high dose of chemotherapy to wipe out his bone marrow. He will then have his transplant done, and the first 4 to 5 weeks is called engraftment, when his body is supposed to hopefully be taking in the new bone marrow. And during that time, it will be very critical to keep him without any viruses, any bacteria, of any infection of any kind. After the 4 to 5 weeks, the first 100 days are very important. He's going to have to do a lot of recovery during that time because it's a pretty rough for the body, but hopefully he'll pull right through.
Xavier has a big heart. He's a strong person, stronger than me in so many cases, because I've already told him I break down every time just thinking about him. I mean, just with the pain you go through and how you're still strong, you still stay focused, and you're able to smile through everything. That's where it really gets me, you know what I mean? That you're able to smile and push through. And for me, thinking about it, it would always throw out the questions about the what ifs, you know what I mean? And I would never want to think about it. So that's where it was really always in the back of my mind, playing with me, thinking. And with seeing you, I know we can't focus on that. I know we have to focus on just positive, stay what we're doing. You're doing so well in your treatment on the count. I mean, I'm just grateful for everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? Because you are moving everything along fine by just staying so brave that I'm proud of you. I really am that.
The Make-A-Wish people are Fred and John, and they are the people that I was talking to plan on the trip to meet John Cena. But what I wasn't expecting that they were gonna do is give us a really nice hotel and give us a day in the Universal Studios and see a screening of one of John Cena's movies. And I really appreciate that they did all of that, even though I only asked to meet John Cena, and they just made it a really memorable experience for me and my family.
Hello, my name is Sebastian, and I'm going to be talking about the trip when I went to the Make-A-Wish with my brother. And we stayed at this hotel. It was very fancy, and I remember this one party. There was this one party with fancy people, and I felt so cool just being in a place like this. It was just so fancy. And we also had a pool there, and those Universal rides. My favorite one in the Universal rides was the Harry Potter one.
I would like to thank the Make-A-Wish Foundation because it's a really generous thing of what they do at Make-A-Wish, that so many kids are diagnosed with cancer or have disabilities, and they come and try and make our world better. And I would also like to thank the King of Swing to come here tonight, because as a kid and knowing that this many people care, it's tough for just a kid to go through this much pain.